So I just want you guys to know that I really read the comments and I listen to your suggestions. So today we're gonna make escabeche because it's a rainy, dreary day in Southern California. It's St. Patrick's Day, by the way. And I'm making this dinner as fast as I can to see how quickly I can put it up at the channel so you guys can get to make it either today or tomorrow. I hope you like it. You're watching The Bear Pantry Show. So this is what I do when I make escabeche. Only Joe, me, and Jada loves escabeche in this house. So I take a whole chicken and I cut it in half. This half, what I do is make regular soup, chicken soup. And this is gonna have salt, black pepper, and ricotta, but we're not focusing on that today. We're gonna focus on this half for the escabeche. I washed it already with distilled white vinegar, and you could use lime or lemon, whichever you have. Sprinkle a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and work it in on the pieces of the chicken. Might need a little bit more. A little bit more black pepper. This is all it is to season the chicken for escabeche. And then we're going to bring it to the pot on the stove, and I'll show you how to make escabeche. It's going to be very simple, not complicated at all, but you're going to love it. So to begin, I put 2 tablespoons of canola oil in this 6-quart pot. I'm going to put the pieces of chicken and allow it all to brown on one side first, and then we're going to flip it on the other side. So this is about 3 minutes on one side. And we'll turn it. If you notice, it doesn't get as brown as when we put the ricotta on the chicken, but this is the way I know the chicken to look in escabeche. More of a lighter brown color. So we're going to let this brown on the other side for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we're going to add water to the pot. So it's been about 4 minutes, so I'm adding the broth that's left off of the chicken. This is 2 cups of water, and we need a total of about 6 cups of water, so let's get some more water. So here we have 6 cups of water in a 6-quart pot. And we're just going to allow this soup to cook for about 40 minutes to ensure that the chicken gets cooked through and through and it's not raw in the middle. So we'll come back in about 40 minutes and we'll show you what happens next. In the meantime, I'm going to move back to the counter to get the onions cut up, okay? Look at this onion that I have. Isn't it massive? Depending on how many people you're going to feed this escabeche to, you might need like 2 of these or maybe 3. And if you're using smaller onions, use less. The onions basically goes according to how many people you're going to feed off of that soup. That's half of a chicken. Like I said, only 3 of us in the family likes that soup. And so we're going to get a serving each and probably have a couple of servings left over. So we're going to get the onions peeled. And a thing about onion, for some reason, I don't have issues with onions. I don't cry when I cut them. They don't make me sneeze or anything like that. Everybody else in the house has issues with it. They love to eat it, but I'm the one who has to cut it. The only thing that I found with onions that will cut down on making the other people in the house doesn't tear up is if I wash it under cold water after I get it peeled. And let me do that first, and then we'll come back and slice it according to the escabeche. So I have the onion nice and washed, and I'm going to go ahead and slice it as you would if you were making onion rings. So let me stop for a minute to show you what we do after we slice it. We're going to use the whole thing for the soup, by the way, but you want to gather it like that and punch them out. See, this is what you would do if you were making onion rings, right? This is the way it's going to go in that soup. So in the meantime, I'm going to measure out half a cup of white distilled white vinegar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and a couple teaspoons of black pepper. And that's all we're going to use in this. I know a lot of people use different things in their escabeche, but not us here at the Bear Pantry Show. So let's move back to our pot to see the soup cooking. So here's the soup cooking. It's been about 15 minutes. And like I said, this is just cooking the chicken. I've already measured out our salt and black pepper. 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of black pepper so far to start. This is a half a cup of distilled white vinegar that we're going to put in the soup. That's what makes it so tart. And at that point, I'm going to bring Jada in so she can taste it for us, because she's my little taster where this escabeche soup is concerned. So here we have our onion. It's all sliced and ready to go in the soup. And again, you know, we serve this with corn tortilla. 40 minutes later, see how much of our water has cooked down out of the pot? So this is not enough water to make soup to serve, you know, a few people. So we're going to add more water. This is another 2 cups. And I think I'm going to add another 1 to 2 cups. Give me a second. So here we are. Yeah, 2 cups is fine. Another 2 cups. So you want it, see how plentiful it is? Because you're going to serve people the actual soup. So I'm going to switch out, bring Jada in for her to put these ingredients because she's my little taster. Here we have Jada.
Hi.
She's helping today. This is her favorite meal. I call it in the book Escabeche a la Jada because she loves it so much. So she's going to put the vinegar in. See how it's changing the consistency of the water in the soup? Smells good. Okay, she's gonna put the salt and pepper. What an awesome meal for a rainy, dreary day. She's gonna get it worked in there really, really well with the pot spoon. And then she's gonna taste. This is the part that I brought her in for the tasting part of it before we add the onions. And by the way, the onions will change the taste of the soup too. This soup will taste kind of tart and hot at the same time right now when we taste it. But the onions are going to change it to make it have like a little sweet taste almost. Okay, Jay, you think you're ready to taste some in that bowl?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know me why I taste in a bowl, right? Because I don't want to put that pot spoon to our mouths.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good?
Yeah.
No more vinegar needed? Good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Jada.
No problem.
Now we're going to add the onions. I'm adding the onions to the soup. And after we add the onions, it's not going to cook for much longer. Maybe 5 to 7 minutes at the most. We're going to let it cook for. So we're going to put the lid on the pot too to make these onions steam. It's been about 3 minutes. The onions are cooking. We don't want them to be overdone. So I'm going to time this so I can tell you exactly how many minutes you have to cook it for. I just took the lid off, by the way. I'm going to put it back on again. Just want you to see it cooking. See? Chicken and the onions. Let me get my corn tortilla ready. So that was approximately 7 minutes that I let the onions steam for, because as it sits there before you serve it, it's gonna cook a little bit more too because the water is so hot. So see this pasta server thing? That's what I found out was the easiest way to serve the soup. So you could get right in there, pick up the onions, give that person a set amount of onions. You get in there, pick up the meat, and then when you're done with that, you go ahead and use this spoon. This is a cup serving too, by the way, that I got when I used to go to Weight Watchers. It's so perfect for serving soup. See how it dishes up? So I'm going to get a bowl served up to show you our finished product, okay? Here's our finished product. I'm going to get my corn tortilla heated on the comal in a little while. Here's the escabeche. Let me see if I can zoom in. See how beautiful that soup looks? See the onions, the chicken. It's a rainy, dreary day in Southern California today, and nothing goes down better than soup. And of course, when it used to rain in Belize, my grandmother would make soup, and then she would also make powder buns for us to eat later, because you know that soup kind of burns out of you pretty quickly. So see how simple it is to make escabeche, at least the version I make. I hope you enjoy it. It's very few ingredients, very simple, but very tasty. Sometimes when it comes to cooking, less could actually be more. Less ingredients, less spices could actually be a tastier meal. Thank you for picking up my book. Thank you for sharing. I saw somebody subscribe to the program the other day, and she actually took it upon herself to go to our Facebook and just tell all her friends about it, and I didn't even ask that. That really blessed me. Thank you so much for doing that. I hope you enjoy. Until I see you again, take care.